Hey guys, welcome back to the homestead. So we got a little behind on video and we got a little ahead of you, and we may have gotten a transfer case in. We'll spin you around and show you that in just a minute, but everything seems good. We've got one small wet spot, I guess you'd say, that I'll show you in a minute, and we have no speedometer. So we're going to pull out the sensor. I can't remember if that sensor has to be turned a certain direction. I didn't think it did, but we're going to pull that out and take a look at that, and we'll bring you along for that. But you'll see we got the rear drive line back in. We're actually bleeding the rear brakes right now. I'm letting them dribble while I'm under here. We've been playing with the brakes. We're really not happy with the brakes on this truck. It's hard to explain. There's a couple things going on. One is the pedal seems like it takes more work to do the job than it should, which may just be a nature of vacuum on the diesel. It may not be as good as a gas engine. We do have a hydro boost unit off of 99, so I'm working on getting some brake lines because that has the metric bubble flare and this has the standard, regular flare. So probably when we get back from our trip we'll work on changing that. But we put larger wheel cylinders on the back to try to get more rear brakes, and while that seemed to maybe work, it made the brakes really spongy because the cylinders are so big you had to move a lot of fluid to get them to activate. So we're going back to the stock 94 Dodge cylinders, and we're going to just live with that for now until we figure out what else is going on. So up in here in the transfer case, let me see if I can see what you guys are seeing. So right here, yeah, right there, that's the drain plug, and you'll notice it's just a little wet. I guess I probably should have put some, see if I can hold you guys correctly. I guess I should have probably put some sealant on that. I think it's seeping just a little bit. It also could be just what I spilled filling it. But up in here is a speedometer sensor, which you might remember us putting in the video. And you see it's all plugged in, so I don't think it's that. So we're gonna unplug it. We're gonna take our bolt out, and we'll bring you back when we get it out, and if we find anything, we'll let you know. If not, we'll let you know, and we'll go from there. So why don't you give me a second, I'm gonna set you guys down. I'm gonna pull that sensor out of there and we'll see what we got. Alright, so I got the sensor out. I'm not sure how well it shows up on camera, but you can clearly see that the green gear is not centered with this bung right here. So if I turn it like that, it looks centered. If I turn it like that, it's very much lopsided. So I think what happened is I had it in there like that, which meant I had too much clearance, and I'm pretty sure it's supposed to go like that. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put it back in. We'll give you a shot when we get it back in, and then we'll try it out from there. Alright, so as you can see, maybe if I get everything just right, we've got it back up in there. We've got it indexed the way we think it's supposed to be now. And I could probably go research on the computer, but that makes sense to me and it fits, so we're gonna try that. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna climb out from under here, finish bleeding the brakes, and kind of go from there. So I did buy some adapters to do disc brakes on the rear. I haven't really dug into it very far yet, other than I found a company that sells them, and I bought the adapters. So they're over here underneath the radio. They're right there. Those replace the backing plates on the rear. And then here's the hydro boost unit we was talking about. The unit itself is off of 99, so it's the newer metric master cylinder. So I have to convert from bubble flare to regular flare. And I've got two new power steering lines. I've got everything I need except for those two brake lines. And I did buy some brake line, and I may try flaring it myself, but I think I'm going to wait till after the holiday, after we get back when there's no pressure. I think I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't find some adapters just to screw in there. They go like bubble flare to flare. Shut that light off before the battery goes dead. Cordless trouble lights are nice. The battery always seems to go dead just when you need it. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to wrap this up. We're going to go ahead and close up the bleeder screw on this side, crack the one on the other side, and let it dribble for quite a while. You'll see right in there, maybe. This is a bleeder screw. Guess I had it quite loose. There we go. And those adapters I talk about replace all of this, and they hang on here, and you get the calipers off the front of a 3/4 ton 80s Dodge 80s Chevy, and then you can either use the same calipers off the front of the 80s Chevy, or if you want emergency brakes, you can get calipers off like a 78 Cadillac Eldorado, I think it is, and they have the emergency brake pieces on there. Of course, we'll bring you along for that. And you see, it's just a beautiful day out. We're getting the camper ready to go. Sue's out in the garden. Everything's really just taking off. I gotta mow the lawn again. Chickens are doing good. So I think that's it. I think we'll go ahead and wrap this video up. We'll let you know here in a little bit. Actually, we'll put something right here right now if that speedometer works or not. We obviously can't take it for a road test right now. We got the tires all off and then the brakes have tore apart. But we'll let you know. So before this video goes up, we'll know if that worked or not. But the transfer case seems to work good. We've put probably 40-50 miles on it, and like I said, the only thing we can see is that little bit of wet around the drain plug, and that very well could be from where I overfilled it filling it. But we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll make sure we check the fluid level a little more often. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.